What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another day in the life video. A little behind the scenes action of what it's like running my small 3D print farm out of my home. It's about 2 weeks out from Christmas right now, and in today's video, we're gonna be packaging some orders, doing some more printing of the orders, and we've also got some fun little side projects that I'd like to get taken care of before Christmas. So we have a lot of work to do. Let's get into it. First order of business is gonna be cleaning up this table. This is kind of just what's left over from the day before. I did bring all of my filament out here from the printer room because, as you can see, it got a little stacked up in there. So I need to put these back on the shelves, the rep racks. I need to clean up some space because the first thing we need to do is package orders, and I don't have any space to do that right now. So clean up, then we package orders. This wall used to be nice, neat, and organized, but I have no time right now and I have a lot of random rolls of filament, so it's just kind of everywhere. Hopefully when things slow down, I can make it look pretty and nice and neat again, but for now, this is what we're working with. I'm even having to keep filament in the floor right now. Anything basically that companies have sent me, Polymaker, Sunlu, some bamboo rolls. Basically, that's what I've got in the floor. Filament is everywhere. These are some little boxes. We'll get to this later. Hopefully. Put these over here. All right, so now that the place is cleaned up a little bit and I have more space to work, packaging the orders. So I have 4 nameplates that need to go out today. Yesterday I had like 15, so I got really ahead yesterday so that I could kind of make this video today, you know, but we got 4 that have to go out today, and this one needed to go out yesterday, but as I was packaging it, I noticed some blemishes in the edges. So the print had all of those gaps in it, which I didn't notice until I went to actually package the item. So I had to reprint it. I had to reach out to the customer because it needed to ship yesterday. I had to reach out to her and tell her what happened. And unfortunately, she really needs the item by Saturday. And she's in California and I'm in North Carolina, which is so far away. So I have to ship it priority, which is a somewhat costly mistake on my part, but it's okay. I still want my customer to have a solid product. So if I have to pay a little more in shipping to make sure she gets it in time, when it's my fault anyways, I have no issue with that. So we're gonna get these packaged, and then because of this issue, that means that my extruder in the printer that was printing this item needs some attention. So after we finish packaging, we're gonna fix that extruder. We are going to fix another extruder that's clogged, and then hopefully we will be ready to start the fun stuff. All right, a little bit of packaging paper, just to maybe keep them from sliding around too much. All right, nameplate orders are done. I have 1 barbell order that needs to be packaged. So we'll do that, and then we should be ready to move on. I use wood carving knives to remove the supports from these barbell plates, which is kind of funny, but it's the best tool for the job so far. When I'm filling these big cardboard boxes, I buy this paper from Lowe's Hardware that they use for painting or construction or whatever that you lay on the floor to protect the floor. It's cheaper than actual packaging paper and it works pretty good. And then on the very top, I add in some of these air pillows. Okay, now that we have finished packaging orders, the next business that we need to take care of is, so over here on this table we have these Christmas boxes. If you saw the Sunlu Christmas video. You may have seen these boxes when I printed them in that video. So my plan with these boxes is to donate them to a school, a local middle school that I used to work at before I started doing this. They do a big Christmas extravaganza where they give away a bunch of toys and Christmas gifts to all the kids. So I'm gonna create a bunch of these boxes. I've already got a bunch printed. I've been printing these boxes for a while. I've got some green and some red. I think I may have 12 at this point, maybe 13, but I'm gonna try and do 15 of the big boxes. And I've also been working on printing some of the small boxes. Now, these are super small, so I think I can fit 4 of the Zoo 3D minis inside this box, which kind of seems pointless, but if it gives an extra child a gift, whether it be small, large, whatever, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep printing these small ones. I think I'm close to being done with the large ones. But now the task for today is to find more toys to go in these boxes. So I've already got a bunch of minis already printed. So for the little box, I can fit 4 or 5 if I do the really small ones. So that's probably what I'll do for this box, which I think 4 or 5 is a pretty good amount for this little box. So that's not too bad. And then for the big box, my original idea was to do a dragon, but once the dragon's in there, it kind of takes up the whole box. I guess I could put a few minis in there as well, but what I really want is like a medium or a large size gift in the box, and then stuff it kind of with minis. Similar to the dragon, but I don't think the dragon was the move for this box. So that is a task that we need to handle right now. So let's head up to the computer and let's look for a fun model that we can add to these boxes and gift these wonderful middle schoolers for Christmas. All right, I actually forgot that I need to fix this extruder before we go find models. Otherwise, I don't have a printer to use. And I only have a full extruder unit. I don't keep many of the hardened gears in stock because I don't like them as much. I like the actual stainless steel normal extruder gears. I get a lot more clogs and a lot more issues out of the hardened gears, so I didn't actually need to take this cover off. I just need to go and replace the entire thing. All right, one down. That one's still clogged, so I got one more to do. All right, finally done changing all the parts, doing what I need to do to the printers. I'm gonna get this one back in working order, and then finally we'll be ready to move on. All right, so we've finally made it to the computer. Let's see what we can find. All right, I already have this pulled up because I know I want to print this. This is by the Bearded Printer. It's on Things. It's one of the coolest things that I've ever printed. If you haven't printed it, you totally should. I printed a bunch of these to give out on Halloween, and they went first. They were awesome. So if you haven't seen this, the Fat Floppy Dragon, it's adorable, has wonderful reviews, it prints great. Totally recommend. So I know I'm going to be printing this one, so we will download that one. But I want to have a few more options. So first we're going to check Maker World because it's free. Man, I really wish I was doing a fun prints video. There's so many fun prints, but I'm not. The poops would be really funny, but I don't think the teachers would think the poop is funny. I could do a clicker. I have things to make clickers. That might be kind of fun. Oh, a cute little reindeer. We'll check this one out. Oh, I forgot I'm looking for like medium-sized designs. That's not very medium. But how long would this take to print? 12 hours? Not too bad. Alright. We'll do 1 plate of reindeer. Or we'll include the reindeer in our minis, but I still need a medium. Okay. I really do want to print these. I've wanted to print some clickers for so long. I've been a free member of Popular Prints for a while. I even bought the clickers, or the key pieces, so that I'm ready when I ever decide to make a video about it. That's been the plan. So I guess maybe I'll give it a try in this video, because that would be kind of fun. I don't ever plan to sell these. I just kind of want to give them to the kids. So, I'm gonna do it. Alright, I think that'll be good. I'll put the floppy dragon from Bearded Printer in there as my, like, medium item. Maybe I'll find something later on that I can quickly print and throw in there, but I like the medium item. I'll have a bunch of these clickers, hopefully, that I can get done and in there, and then I'll have the Zoo 3D minis. I think that's a pretty good idea. So the Winter Wonderland Mega Pack is what I want. Okay, so this is, she says in her PDF, the best way to get the most crisp details on the flat caps is to start with the smallest details first and work up from there. Sweet! The fine details are printing first and then the yellow. Beautiful. So if you're curious and you need to set the order for which things print, this little gear, nut, bolt thing, and then you change these to customize, and then I guess you move them around wherever you want them to go. We did it. Alright, so now that we have an idea of what we want to print as our, like, medium item for these boxes, and they're ready to go in the slicer, all I need to do now is go set up the filament and then get the printers running. Alright, I sent all those files to the printers. And now we have a fun little personal project that I'm going to be working on. So if you see the little tree that's behind me, last year for Christmas I created those little mini ornaments for that Christmas tree. This year, my husband's work has them also decorating a mini tree just like that. And for his, I want to use Photoshop and HueForge and cut out either my son's head or my head or Dustin's head and use HueForge to print those on little tiny ornaments. It's a competition at his work, and I think that would be hilarious if there's just little heads of our family and we call it like a family tree, and I think that's just gonna look adorable. So that's the next move. We're going into Photoshop. Let's go. Before we head over to Photoshop, I've been getting lots of questions about how I run my business or how I started my business. And I can't think of a better way to learn about starting a creative business than with classes from Skillshare, the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is the leading online learning platform for creatives. Recently, I've been diving into some of their video editing classes so I can keep trying to make my videos better for you guys. But they don't just have classes for video editing. They have classes for basically anything you can think of. If we go to the Skillshare homepage and we click Browse, we can see just how many options there really are. And as we're moving into this new year, maybe some of you guys are wanting to turn your 3D printing hobby into a 3D printing business. And with Skillshare, that's so easy. They have a whole section on marketing and business, and even a whole section on a creative career. So whether you're wanting to learn about opening your own Etsy shop, social media marketing, creating a brand, whatever it is, they have professional, easy to follow classes to suit your needs. And so today, the first 500 people that use the link in my description are going to get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So let's get started today, and let's learn something together. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to Photoshop. Alright, back in Photoshop. We need to find an image. And since you guys see me all the time, and I don't mind my face being what we're creating right now, that's what we're going to start with. Maybe in the end I'll show you the finished product of his actual face or my husband's face or whatever the ornaments end up being, but we'll start with me. Maybe like a thumbnail image, because those are kind of funny. I just gotta make sure I don't have crazy eyes, because I have crazy eyes in a lot of my thumbnail pictures. And I want my new glasses. That's my new glasses, but I have crazy eyes. Do you see what I'm talking about? Crazy eyes. Not as bad. Okay, this is the one. Scale it up. Now I just need to cut my head out using this tool, which is apparently the curvature pen tool. And so I will basically just click. I'm gonna right click, rasterize, and then Control I. And now that is terrifying. I do not like that at all. It's supposed to be funny, but I don't love it. But that's okay. File. Let me make it bigger. Because when I take this into HueForge, it's gonna take the whole thing. Export as... gosh. You love to see it. Ugh. So now that we have that, let's go find HueForge. And now we will import an image. Perfect, now we're getting somewhere. And so now I need Overture White. We're getting pretty close now. I would be totally happy with this print, actually. Okay, we're gonna go with something like this. File, save project. Now let's go to Bamboo. Okay, now let me pull up the describe. Okay, black is until 1.44, and then we'll add a height range modifier. So between 0 and 1, we will print at 0.2 with 20% infill, 45 minutes. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go get this loaded and do a test print. It says it'll be done in 45 minutes, which hopefully I'll still be working at that point. It's only 1:45, so I should be. And then, once I get it loaded and I get a test print, if everything looks okay, I'm not confident based on the way this looks, but if everything looks okay, then I'll continue on with my husband and my son and my dogs, and I'll show you the final result when we get there. After I got the filament loaded, it was time for me to check on the printers and rerun the ones that had finished up. It's amazing that we just cleaned up this table this morning and already it's fully covered again. That's the way it goes every single day, it seems. Beautiful. The reindeer. These trees are done. I'll get those in a minute. This one will be done soon. All right, so all three of these are ready to become something else. So I think what I'm gonna do is make them nameplates, because I still think I have like 10 or 11 orders that need to be taken care of on the nameplates. And the rest of everything down here is kind of fun stuff, so I need to do some kind of work stuff, you know? So I'll set these up for nameplates, then I'll draw the nameplates, and then that will probably be the end of the day. All right, those are ready to go for nameplates. I'm gonna get these trees off this build plate. Let's look at it and see. Oh, they're so cute! That turned out so good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you like that. Look how cute that is. That's gonna look adorable as a clicker. I'm so excited. I'll just get the rest off now, and then we'll run the backs, and then hopefully soon we'll get to see these clickers actually come to life. Okay, so while I was downstairs, this finished up. And it turned out decent. I think that looks kinda like me. So, I'm gonna fill a plate with these and send this print as well. And while I was down there, I don't have any more brown. I'm using the brown for this, and I'm using the brown for the reindeer. And so for the trees, I don't have the brown for the base. So I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna use only the green. And I think that's gonna look fine. 3 hours. Beautiful. Bamboo Basic, print, printer 3. Beautiful. There's my beautiful little HueForge face. I'm going to fill the bed with copies. Send. Okay, perfect. So now I will become an ornament. Sweet. 2 tasks done. Now the nameplates, and then we party. So one last thing I almost forgot. I have an Etsy order that has a gift message. So I use a Canva template that I've made, and I think it looks nicer than the Etsy printout whenever people request a gift message. So I print it like this. I've got the Etsy logo, my logo and then whatever the message is down below. I print it 4 to 1 sheet, and then I fold it in half, and then half again, and then it's the right size to go in the box. And if there were 2 people that had a gift message, I would have printed them 1 here and then 1 down below, and then I could have folded it and made 2 out of 1 sheet of paper, but I only had 1 with a gift message, so this is what we've got. So that'll need to go in one of the packages before I take them to the post office. But for now, we need to do this nameplate. All right, I have finished up the nameplates. That's pretty much the end of what I need to do today. There's still some odds and ends things that I could be taking care of downstairs, but I'm gonna take care of some computer work here until Henry wakes up in a couple minutes, so. It's a couple of days later, and I'm finally ready to start packing these mystery boxes for the middle schoolers. I still have some of the things printing, but I have at least one of everything ready to go, so I can show you guys what's gonna go in these boxes. Okay, so over here we have a bunch of minis. So these possums are by Macy Makes. These minis, most of them are Zoo 3D, and then the little reindeer I got off Maker World, and I will have to update you right here who that is by. I forgot and I apologize, but this ended up being the Fat Floppy Dragon by the Bearded Printer. I love this thing. It's so floppy and it feels so cool in your hand. If you haven't ever printed one, you should go print one, but that will be my main medium item in the box. I'm gonna include one of my own personal keychains, and then I've got a 3-tier clicker by Popular Prints, and I've got a 1 single clicker also by Popular Prints. And then the boxes are from Maker World, and I will link to all of these things in the description. Okay, so going inside the main, I'm calling it a medium box, but I think it's actually probably considered a large box at this point, but I'm gonna continue calling it the medium box. So inside the medium box, I have some of this fun fluff that I have from Easter. So that'll go in the bottom. And then I'm gonna put the main toy, the main medium toy. Again, I keep saying medium, but it's the largest one I have. So the main toy goes in the box first. Then the possum, which is probably actually the medium toy. I would say that maybe, I guess, is the large, but the medium-ish small possum goes in here next. Then we've got our 2 clickers. These are amazing. If you haven't checked out Popular Prints, you need to. Her work is incredible. These little guys are so cute and so easy to put together. You just buy these little clicker keys, and you have to clip off some pieces on the bottom, but it was super easy to do, not a big deal. The clickers, and then she has designed all of these little bases just to work perfectly with the clickers. They just kind of click in place. And then the backs of these guys, these are all flat printed face down. The backs of these, they have the little plus, and so you just kind of line it up with the other plus, press down, and you have a nice little clicker. And I am in love with these things, so these will definitely be going in the box. So we've got the 3-level clicker, the single clicker, and a keychain of my own in the box. And then finally, I'm putting all of these minis in there on top, covered up by a little more fluff. And that is the medium box. The small is much less impressive, I guess. I'm still gonna put a small clicker in the small box. And then a reindeer, an astronaut, and a crocodile. And that's good for the small box. 4 little pieces isn't bad, especially when one's a clicker. That's super cool. All right. And that is the small box. All right, so if you made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you, because your viewership means the world to me, but you're also the first to know about the launch of the Macy Makes mystery boxes. It won't be this specific box, obviously, because some of these items are free from Maker World, and I would need a commercial license. But the idea is going to be the same. I'm going to create my own box, because this is just a box. I probably won't have these specific decorations, because this is like a present for Christmas, you know, but my own box. And it'll be about this size, and it's going to have similar items as to what you saw in this video today. I'm only going to do a select quantity of them every month, and they will be different every month. So, if this is something that you are interested in, my first monthly box will start in January. It'll be available on the Macy Makes website. If you want to head over there, you can pre-order them starting now. But that's all I've got for you guys in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This was another weird day in the life, kind of. It carried on for a couple days, but we got there in the end. I'm excited to give these boxes to the kids at the middle school. Hopefully I can get a clip or something of what this actually ends up being when I have all 15, 30 of them done. But you got to see what's inside. You got to see a little of the behind the scenes. That's all we got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.